Well, I just got back from flight school that summer. Summer of 1991. We did a gunnery out there up there in Arkansas, another state in Texas, and with that, it had those Mod S Cobras, which was just like this, only it had a front sighting system, but it had the minigun and the chunker, and so it had 7.62 minigun. It could shoot up to 6,000 rounds per minute. I want to say it was 7 barrels or 6 barrels. I don't quite remember.
Wow.
And then it had the 40 millimeter grenade launcher on it. On the range, I had a Vietnam veteran that flew Cobras in Vietnam that was my backseater, and he said, all right, taking it out to the range. We're going to be shooting at these Conexes, about 1,000 meters down the road there. So go ahead and action up the minigun, and whatever you do, once you squeeze that trigger, get yourself a good, 3 to 7 second burst. Yeah, really about a 3 second burst. And but don't squeeze the trigger and let go, because you'll jam the gun. Don't let it scare you once it starts shooting. And it was the same thing with the M60 machine gun, back when I was infantry. Once you squeeze that trigger, you got to let several rounds go down range before you let go of the trigger, because you'll end up jamming the gun. So I'm thinking, all right, no problem, I can do this. So I look down a little sight unit, line it up with a little joystick, and squeeze the trigger, and you feel the little vibration, the buzzing sound of 6,000 rounds a minute, heading down range. And you look out and you're like, wow, this is cool. It looks like a laser beam with the tracer rounds that were in it. About every 5th round or so was a tracer. So it looks like a laser beam. And you just kind of like move it around, and all the rounds are headed down range. I thought, man, now that's cool. I said, yeah, okay, good job. Then he said, all right, go ahead and shoot some 40 millimeter at it. I'm like, all right, no problem. So thinking like I did before, I went ahead and squeezed the trigger for the chunker, and looked down, and I could hear the chunk, 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 and all. And I was looking through the sight system, thinking, well, I can't see anything. So I kept the trigger down, and then I hear him say, like, whoa, 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 stop, cease fire. And I let go. I look up outside the system, and there's just a black cloud of all the grenades heading down range and all. And I'm like, wow. And he goes like, wow. He goes, most people save all their rounds. They don't shoot them all in one shot. About 100 rounds. And so we sat there for the next few seconds watching all the high explosive grenades, pounding on the ground out there. And the good thing about that was I got to keep, this is the last, let me get this out of there. That is the last shell that came out of that grenade that I shot. When we land, wow. This one stays in there, and then the crew chiefs, they give it to you. Awesome. But that's the linkage all on here that you get to see. But yeah, this is just a training round that I had. But yeah, that's pretty much what they look like. Awesome. Like everything else, if it's real, if it's a real high explosive round, the Army makes it simple. It'll be, as we say, it's kind of like your underwear. It'll have yellow in front and brown in back, So that's how you know it's a real high explosive round. Everything else is blue for training. So yeah, that is my most memorable story.